Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon. Happy Monday. So today I'm bringing you guys your weekly reading. We're going to go ahead and go into the energies of earth, air, fire, water, and spirit just to kind of get a nice variety of different things that could be coming up for us this week. So just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. All the decks I'll be using, I'll let you guys know what I'm using as I shuffle each deck. Everything will be listed down below. And this beautiful Orgonite here to my left is called the Cupid's Rose Orgonite, created by Michele from Wing and Bell. So I'll put a timestamp down below when the reading actually starts. I just wanted to basically say, to those of you that have reached out with your kind words and support with a lot of the changes that I've been making on the channel, it's just really wonderful. And as many subscribers as I'm losing, whether it be on YouTube here, definitely a lot, or just other social media platforms, I just still feel like it just, you can't do things that don't resonate with you. And so I know that a lot of you guys have been kind of agreeing, whatever just is going to fall away just needs to fall away. And so that's just where I'm at. And I also just wanted to say thank you guys so much for the beautiful, kind words that you guys have been sending to me. I know I don't always have time to respond to every single message, but just know that I have read them personally, and I do appreciate it so much. And I will try my best to get back to you guys when I can. It's just me now. That's something that I haven't really shared with you guys because it's just been hard. I've gone through a lot of shifts in my business, and not that I ever saw myself at the top in any way, shape, or form, but I think that you kind of get real comfortable with where you're at, and then all of a sudden it doesn't happen to everybody, but sometimes you just fall. Sometimes things don't last. Sometimes things shift and change and everything falls apart. So I no longer have any assistance. Beautiful Victoria, she has gone off to do wonderful things. She has been building her business the entire time that she was assisting for my channel, and I just think it's absolutely wonderful. She's a family friend, and so her and I will always be connected. But she's doing some wonderful things. She obtained her license, so she's actually able to do in-person exercise classes and all that stuff. So I think that some of you guys that are following me probably know who I'm talking about, and maybe even you guys follow her on Instagram and stuff. But she's doing wonderfully. She's actually newly engaged. Very exciting things for her. So I'm very happy, that she was able to just maybe get some experience with certain things, social media stuff while she was working with me, but she has moved on to greener pastures. And so my daughter, Kayla, she was obviously, it was a little bit harder of a transition for me. But she is finally now kind of doing her own thing. She's just decided to go back into the regular workplace. And so she's found a job that seems to be very stable and, just offering her things that I wasn't able to offer her, things such as, healthcare and like retirement and things like that. Just things where it just really wasn't probably going to be that while she was working with me, but now she can start building her future just more solidly. And so anyways, it's just me now. So, and the reason why is obviously for financial reasons, but I can completely manage the workload that I have now, which isn't very much. And it's interesting because I remember being in the midst of just all of it, just being very busy. I was probably booked, 8 weeks out for personal readings. And, I had that workload, plus I had just all the daily stuff that I was posting on social media. And even though I had assistants, they weren't the brains for me. Like they couldn't come up with the content. That content was coming from me, but they were needing my direction and my ideas and information to implement those to you guys. But certainly I was still expected to come up with the content and things like that. So during just like all of it, even though I was just making great money and I was able to share that wealth, with two people that were close to me, I was unhappy. I was unhappy because sometimes too much of a good thing is just too much. I just wasn't really just able to take a breath and just enjoy. I certainly didn't have time, and I didn't make time for myself. Victoria was always reminding me that I needed to make time for myself. And I was just thinking to myself, you're young, what do you know? You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's just taken me a while to get here. And a lot of things have happened that have occurred that have created a lot of pain. I've had to just have that death of the ego, and just spiritual death is what I am kind of calling it too. And I'm seeing things just differently, and it's been a process, and it will continue to be a process. But things are just subtly changing and shifting for me. And I'm not quite sure, where it's all headed or what I want to do. And that might make some people feel like, oh, you know what, I'm going to jump ship, which is kind of a natural feeling when you don't know what's going on with someone. It's not like I think that I'm of any importance here where, people are basing their life and their decisions on me. But sometimes when you feel that instability with someone that maybe you are following or that you've been a fan of, sometimes people will just say, you know what, I'm jumping ship. I'm out of here. I'm out, So I get it. I totally understand. But by no means am I planning on going anywhere. It's just that my content is going to be more based on you, the viewer, and just empowerment of yourself and your connection with your creator, however you guys connect, spiritually. I'm open to all things. There's certain things that, I will kind of be steering away from, but that by no means means that that can't be a reality or a belief system for you. No judgment here on that. But I just want everybody to be able to just take care of themselves and to build a stronger relationship with themselves, or, just whatever faith you guys have. And just have that peace and happiness in your own life instead of turning to another person to fill us up, to make it all worth something, make it all happen for us. It's like we're going to make it happen for ourselves, really, is what we're going to do. So I've been getting a lot of questions such as, are you still going to sell your twin flame cards? The thing is, you guys, I'm not ashamed of anything that I've created so far. Not at all. Whatever I've created is what I created at that time, because that was my journey at that time. It doesn't mean I'm condemning it or making it wrong. But one of the reasons that I'm focusing less on a lot of that stuff from my past is because I've just personally seen how it seems to be, for some, not everyone, it does seem to become an unhealthy addiction or an unhealthy focus on another person. So it can do a lot of, sometimes damage for people. And it's just not something I feel connected to anymore. So I may not carry those cards anymore in my Etsy shop because, not making as much money now. You have to order the decks from the printer, which is overseas. And so it's not cheap to get them here. And when I was making all kinds of money, it was very easy for me to keep these things on stock and on hand. But there's just certain things that I'm just going to have to kind of pick and choose what I'm going to keep and other things that I won't. So you guys are always more than welcome to go to the link, which is how I promote it, would be the international link, but it's still a link where you would just order straight from the printer, and all of my decks that I've ever created are there. So they're not going out of print or anything like that. Because again, I understand that not everybody is having an issue on their journey. Not everybody is, negatively attached to another person. So there's no reason for me to discredit or discount anything that I've created under that name or under that energy. But will I be carrying those cards and using them in my personal readings? Not so much. And so more of the decks that I'm going to be keeping on hand, and as well in the new year, I do plan to bring forth some really, really just empowering decks that are just about the self and just more of like general type of energies instead of specifically focused on soul connections. I do plan to bring those through in the new year. So I'm very excited about some of those new creations. And I'm just going to put more time and energy and dedication to readings, like I said, about the self. I will probably, and I'm toying with it, but I certainly do have the time because I'm not as booked as I used to be. And I'm also going to honor myself and not work every single week like I used to. And so that might be that I'm at a 4-week wait, but really it's a 2-week because I'm taking 2 weeks off. So I'm just trying to do things a little bit differently for 2022. And so 2017 all the way to now has been a huge blessing for me in so many ways. The good with the bad, but I have come full circle, I feel, for now at least. And I just feel like I can connect better just with my own self and maybe even just differently with you guys. So my point is some new things in 2022, and I may do astrological sign readings because I know that that's something that's general. Those are general readings that might be very specific to your particular sign. I was doing earth, air, fire, water signs. And even though that's great and everything like that, I may decide because I have more time to do those and bring those to the collective. I might also do some more pick a card style readings too. Just some things that I really wasn't doing. Will I still do an in-depth reading? Absolutely. Will I speak to you guys? I do consider the majority of my collective divine feminines out there, but a divine feminine doesn't have to be connected to the twin flame concept. Feminine energy, people that are just on this journey that connect with that energy, because I'm a feminine energy. I may still use that title for that particular reason. So anyways, you guys, I don't know. I just felt like I just wanted to share that with you guys. And I don't know if I already said this, but I do appreciate everything that you guys have sent to me. But because I am a one-person show now, it's might be a little bit more difficult for me to get back to each and every person that has reached out to me personally. But just know I have seen your messages. I do appreciate it. I feel the love. I feel the support. And I just want to thank you guys so much. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to do earth, air, fire, water, spirit, earth energy. We're going to really focus on the physical world. So that could really be anything. This could be your physical body, things that are happening in your 3D reality, things that are happening with your finances, your career, money, things like that. So let's get into it. So this deck right here that we're going to use throughout this reading is called the Tea Leaf Fortune Cards. But for these specific subjects of Earth, we're going to use the Crystal Visions Tarot and then the Charm cards created by myself. So this is something that I'm talking about. This is like I don't have charm cards and I haven't had them for a while in my shop because I've always stocked the twin flame decks, which are my most popular. But I will be bringing back different titles that are not in my shop right now, such as the charm cards, the Earth and Sky Oracle, Divine Feminine Healing, things like that. So if you guys don't happen to see these cards in my shop, if you're in the US, they can be ordered from an international site in the meantime. Okay. So let's see, what is the earth energies for the viewer for this week? What is the earth energy message for this week for these viewers? Ooh, we have disappointment in some affair, scissors, okay? We have defensive dreamcatcher. Interesting. I kind of like this because what I'm getting here is that some of you guys, when it comes to something that you wanted or were hoping, for something, because I get dream, right? But it says defensive. Your defense needs to be up in some in some area of your life, which we're focusing on earth, and earth is what we just talked about. So if there's something that's happening in your physical world or with your career, your money or finances, if you feel like there is something that you need to be guarded with, or you need to protect yourself, this is basically telling you to cut ties with whatever that is. Maybe cut away from it. Maybe cut your losses now before you end up losing more. So let's go ahead and get the tarot on this. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, you guys. So that Wheel of Fortune is connected to Sagittarius, but Wheel of Fortune it's destiny, it's fate, but it's also karma. It means that our luck is up and our luck is down. In this particular instance, it is up because it's in the upright position. And I like this. We have two kind of like wheels there, two circles. What comes around goes around. Something about karma here. This could be a lesson for some of you guys. If you're disappointed in something, this is telling you, trust the energy. Trust what you're feeling inside, because something is being reflected in your outer world. It's time for you to turn a new cycle. It's time for you to end the year, basically cutting ties with. It's like cutting ties with something in 2021 is what I'm getting here. You know, maybe the death of a dream, not, you know, the death of some kind of an idea didn't work out for a reason. There's something else out there for you. You know, sometimes life stinks. Sometimes we make certain decisions and they lead to disappointment. And sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. It's just life. It's the luck of the draw. It's the Wheel of Fortune. So we are being asked to trust something going on in our physical world. If someone is trying to leave or there's an opportunity that's not working out, guess what? That's because there's something better. Trust the process. Trust that something is not happening or something is off for a reason. Don't push to try to make it work. Whatever it is, you guys, that's what I'm getting here. Let's see what else. Yep, there's that, the moon. The moon is connected to Cancer and Pisces energy, but the moon in the reverse position is actually favorable to me. The moon upright means that there could be some sort of an illusion, some sort of deception, like either deception from another person or we're deceiving ourselves. When it's reversed, it tells me we're ready to come out of that phase. We're ready to come out of that dream. We're ready to come out of maybe even fantasy, like we thought something was going to make us happy or we thought something was it, and it just turns out it wasn't. So trust your intuition and your feelings, because the moon is connected to both of those things. If you feel like something is off, continue to trust that, because it is. Try not to wait for physical evidence, because I think it's interesting that it's coming up in the earth energy. It's almost like the earth energy is telling us here, we have to come out of the illusion or the fantasy of something. And we have to trust our guts, and our guts telling us that we need to defend ourselves, or that we need to shut something out or cut something out of our lives, because there's just nothing but disappointment here. There's nothing but emptiness here. So the only chance that we have for things to turn, like good fortune here, is to disconnect from it and move on. So some of you guys might have been in a dead-end job, dead-end relationship, or just something, maybe even just a belief system, and it's coming to a close. You're being given this opportunity to move forward into a new year with a new set of eyes. Oh my gosh, the Queen of Pentacles, with your value and your integrity intact. You see this? Queen of Pentacles is connected to the sign of Capricorn. This is beautiful to me, because this is Capricorn season here that we're going into. We're still in Sag, but do you see this Sag going into Capricorn? This is it. This is absolutely what this means. The moon is also a circle. Circle, circle, circle. The circle of life. I don't know. I can't sing, but isn't that a song from The Lion King? I don't know. Okay, but that's coming through as well. But what's the moon all about? Phases. Some phase is coming to an end. So the Queen of Pentacles she's down to earth. She's practical. She trusts her gut, but she's not in la la land. She's not heavily emotional. There's no need to be emotional in this situation. Our emotions may have led to continued disappointment, but the Queen sits on her throne and she values herself. She knows that she's worth more. She knows that if something isn't working out, it's not working out for a reason. So instead of fighting it and in a way being defensive against what the world is trying to take us towards, which is something new, a new door, a new chapter, she sits in that energy and she's grounded enough to say, you know what? I get it. I absolutely get that something is falling away because there's something better. I don't know what it is, you guys, but on the bottom of the deck, I have 8 of Wands, and that means move forward. Move forward quickly. There's no reason to waste any more time. That's it. It's almost like some sort of a cycle or lesson has come to a complete phase. And the only person that's going to hold us back in this situation is ourselves. It's not life. It's not other people. It's us. The Queen of Pentacles is practical enough to know that. So I hope that that message is helpful to someone out there in business affairs, money, physical body, or relationships with other people in all different kinds of ways. Love that. Okay. Now we're going to go into air energy. So what's air all about? Air is about our mental thoughts. It's also about our communication. So this right here is Depths of the Sea, created by myself. And this is called the Cat Tarot. Or Tarot of Cats. I'll put it down below, you guys. There's all kinds of different names for these decks, but let's take a look at that. Whoa. Introspection. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful energy here. All right, let's get a fortune card. Carrot, opportunity or windfall. All right, let's get the tarot cards here. So we got a hammock and carrots. And we have the world. Interesting. So what this is telling me, you guys, the world to me is like the end of the year here. Things are coming full circle. And I love that I'm using these circular cards. I rarely use these, but I felt guided to use them today. So to me, it's full circle, completion, the circle of life, just something like that. Wheel of Fortune, all of those things are obviously here. So what I'm getting from this is the fact that there is an opportunity or windfall that's literally right before us. And we've taken the time on this hammock to really think about things. We've gone within ourselves. We tried to, like that introspection energy where we've tried to kind of inspect what we're feeling, why we're feeling it, what's next, what move do we make next, etc. But the world in the reverse position means that, of course, in our head, our mental space, our thoughts are actually one of the things that are holding us back on this new journey and this new opportunity that's before us. So it's just really us. Now let's take a look at the animals that we have here. We have the bull. We also have the lion. We have the eagle. And we have this angel, I think, because we've got feathers around the angel here. And then we have a cat with a wand, which is cool. With this potion, which is like water cup. So to me, this is about this passion of this lion. It takes great courage and strength to move forward into new experiences where we don't exactly know. To me, the eagle is the king of the skies. Fly like an eagle is coming through. A lot of songs here. The Taurus is the bull. Okay, it's kind of like we can be bullheaded and stubborn as all hell and get in our heads about situations. And that's just what I see what's going on here. When it comes to something that wants to come into our lives next, it's like our own thoughts or our belief systems are what seems to be the biggest things holding us back, okay? So we're getting a message about this. Oh, I love this, the Temperance. This is also connected to Sagittarius. Oh, this is Saturn here. And I like the world connected to Saturn because Saturn to me is about karma. It's about lessons, heavy burdens, things that have been burdening us. Guess what? We have an opportunity to reconcile these differences within ourselves. So introspection is exactly where we're going to take that time to mend ourselves. We got one foot on the earth, one foot in the water. We're kind of feeling both. We're feeling maybe a little bit emotional, but we know that we need to be steady as well and grounded. We're going to take a little bit of time to think about it, but guess what? We want to move forward. Spirit wants to reconcile something for you in your mental space. So to me, this is just about healing, and it's about tempering the energies of fear versus belief. And we're just kind of going back and forth, okay? But this carrot is dangling in front of you, beckoning you to open up a new door in the new year. Yeah, I love it. Oh my gosh. Justice. Big cards coming up here all together. Justice is connected to Libra. This is the scales. I kind of like it because we've got these 2 cups, but then we also have the scales here. Justice to me is also about karma. It's about divine justice. It's about finding our balance. So there's a huge message in finding our balance. There's a time to be emotional and watery, but there's also a time to be logical and rational. We're being asked to kind of mix both of those energies. Use a little bit of both. Take some time. So I feel like the message for us, you guys, is that there is some sort of a new beginning. Justice will be served. If you guys have experienced a lot of hardships in 2021, I feel like this sort of shift and change or windfall, we did get the Wheel of Fortune in this reading. Wheel of Fortune is windfall. There is about ready to be some sort of payoff here. Something good is coming from all of this. And it is in the upright position, which tells me here that it's positive justice. It's things actually coming back around. This is good karma, if you believe in that sort of thing. This is things paying off, things working out in your favor, favorable decisions. But it does require you to let go of an old cycle. It does require you to close up an old chapter and close an old door in your life, because if you don't, then it's kind of like all these beautiful blessings can't make their way to you, or we're just delaying it really. Okay? So we can only take so much time relaxing in that hammock before Spirit says, now it's time to get moving, to start to create the life that you want, to start to create the life. Like Spirit is dangling this carrot like in front of a rabbit, so you keep moving forward. That's what it is. So let's take a look at the bottom of this deck. And we have the 2 of Pentacles. I love it, but it's in the reverse, which is even better. We're done with the juggling. I love the fact that he's juggling cat eyes. That's so cool. I love this deck. But yes, the 2 of Pentacles, back and forth, being in this constant, like up in the air energy. Heck no, we're done with it. We're done with that energy. It's not a toss-up. We know the choice. We know what to do. So it's just about doing it. So mental energy, we don't need to confuse ourselves. We don't need to go back and forth. We don't need more time. I'm getting here. Taking any more time is just an excuse because we're afraid. So this is telling us it's time to drop the juggle, make a decision, and move forward. And when you do this, favorable outcomes are ahead for you. Oof, this is good. This is good. All right. Now we're going to take a look and go into the water energy, and water is our emotions. Water can also be about our relationships with others. So we're going to use this Arrows of Love Oracle and Tarot that I created and see what wants to come through for this. So I'm actually going to do it 2 ways. I'm just getting guided at this moment to do it 2 ways. For those of you that, are connected to another person, I'm not going to be specific on this. I'm going to let Spirit be our guide on this. Doesn't matter if you are connected as in you're in a couple, maybe you're separated, but you have someone in mind, whatever. We're just going to get a message about whoever it's for. And then I'm going to shift gears and we're going to go into people that are just single and they want to know if there's anything that they need to know about their life with other people. Okay, so we do have Love Potion, Enamored. Why is this coming up? It's like we're under a spell. We have Vacation. Okay. I kind of like this. And the reason why is because I am getting from Spirit that we need to take a break or a vacation from this enamored state. where we might feel like we're under some sort of a spell. We're not really under a spell, but that's just a figure of speech. That's an example. A lot of that fantasy energy could be something that's disrupting. Could also be like a carrot that's constantly being dangled. Somebody's constantly telling you, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and it doesn't change. So Spirit is telling us that that we need to take a vacation or a break from some sort of situation that we feel like we're just under a spell. Once you separate or take a break from this person, you're going to get clarity. That's what I'm getting here from Spirit. Yep. It's about keeping your own heart warm. Okay. This is the Queen of Cups. You're very emotional or you're very empathic. You may want to heal this person, save this person. Okay. I'm getting that for some. Now, if you're in a couple with someone, it might be also telling you that it's time for you guys to get away and to rediscover each other. That's only going to be for people that are with a partner and there is, you know, like a mutual connection. Both people are wanting to come together and work on the connection. But the first message is definitely for someone who is maybe hung up on someone and they keep getting little dangles of carrots, but it's just not really going anywhere. And we're supposed to like shelter ourselves with that umbrella. There might be a lot of tears as well. You've cried a lot of tears for this person. And it's kind of like you're looking for this person to keep your heart safe, but I'm getting here that that might not be the case. Okay. So I hope that message makes sense to somebody out there. You don't have to take it if it doesn't. Let's take a look and see for singles what we need to know. Another message that I'm getting before I close up here is this Queen of Cups can be very intuitive and maybe even psychic. There's a lot of confusion with your intuition versus what your heart. So it's almost like your heart and your head are telling you two separate things. You're too emotional in this situation. You're too emotionally invested. You're too emotionally connected or dependent on this person. That's why you need to take a vacation. You're way in deep over your head. This person has the ability to pull the wool over your eyes. You're too far. You're too deep in them. So that's why Spirit's telling you it's time to take a little bit of vacation from it. That's it. So I hope that that makes sense. All right, let's get for singles. Energy message for singles. Heart on the line. All right, so immediately what I'm getting from this, you guys, is that some of you guys have been single for so long that you might feel like you just, don't need a relationship. I think that's a fantastic thing. You never want to go into a situation or put yourself out there when you feel like you need something. But it is going to require us to put our heart on the line again if we want something to happen. So we're going to have to open up and be vulnerable or put ourselves out there in order for things to start happening. It's kind of like you can't expect to catch a fish if you don't put out a line. So let's see what this is trying to say. I love that. There is some sort of new energy, new passion, new experiences for those that you want or that want it. Could be in spring too, because the wands, Ace of Wands, flames here is new energy. Yep, we have new experience and a new path opening up in love. But you're going to have to open yourself up to the experience, you guys, if you really, really want to experience it. But there's something new. We have new and we have new 2 times. So there's new possibilities, new paths in love, and our heart is opening up, but we are going to have to, put ourselves out there. We're going to have to put ourselves out on the line. And that could be on the line, telephone line. We're going to have to put ourselves out there in some way, whatever that means to you. We're going to have to do something in order to create a new archway to open up so we can walk through that new archway, to create that new beginning in our lives. But whatever this is, it's passionate, it's heart-filled, heart and passion. It's a beautiful energy, and it's new and it's exciting and it's all positive here. So that's kind of cool. So this could be coming up like we're starting to feel the flame this week. Some of you guys could meet someone new this week, of course. But this is also telling me here that whatever you're experiencing, where you're starting to have like certain realizations, or you start to see that you can love again, it is possible, especially if you guys have gone through something really tragic or just a negative experience. You're going to start feeling a shift this week as you go into the new year. That's what I'm seeing. But there's something about perhaps spring. And I know not everybody's in the same seasons of the world, whatever that means to you. Spring just means new, fresh energy. Okay, so now we're going to go into Wands. Earth, air, fire. I think I did that backwards. I meant to go with wands next, which is fire, but we're going to do fire last. That's totally okay. So we're going to use the Earth and Sky Oracle that I created, and we're going to connect this with the Gilded Tarot Royale. So let's get a message here in regards to fire. What is fire? Fire is passion, creativity, ideas for new things, feeling alive. We have the horse. Oh, I love this. So this just means we're going to feel very activated and energetic, clever and witty, coming up with a lot of clever and really witty ideas. This is maybe even some of these ideas could be a little bit extravagant, right? But it's very quick. And we did see 8 of Wands. Hold on for just a second. Did I just screw up here? I didn't do the bottom of the deck. Here it is, bottom of the deck, you guys. Look at that. This is a new partnership. So to me, I'm connecting this to the last message I brought through for love. This is the partner that's going to come towards you and basically offer you an experience. But do you see how you're going to have to put your heart on the line and open your heart to this person in order to experience this new passion and this new possibility that may lead to something? Yeah. Knight of Cups is also connected to the sign of Pisces, just so you guys know. Okay. But yes, horse energy, fiery, passionate, lots of new and exciting things here on the horizon. The horse is very quick. The horse has a lot of stamina as well. Powerhouse. A lot of power here. Okay, let's get a subject here. Horseshoe, good luck. I love this horse and horseshoe. Seriously, this is ridiculous how amazing this is. First of all, the Wheel of Fortune was upright in our reading, which is talking about good luck on the horizon. So there you go. But the horseshoe to come up with the horse, that's crazy. Anyways, that's pretty neat for this week. So we're in some sort of an upswing of good luck. We have 4 Pentacles. So to me, in this particular instance, I feel like this 4 Pentacles is telling us that the things that we've been kind of holding out for, so if we've been holding out for the right job, the right opportunity, maybe even the right person, guess what? Luck is on your side because you've refused to settle. You have refused to, buy into the negativity or your fears. You've continued to work hard and just kind of keep your energy intact, so you can move forward into something new and solid. And we have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords in the reverse position can be like a tyrant, somebody who is very hurtful with their words. So I feel like some of us have had to keep really, really strong. There could be maybe just like that mental chatter from someone from your past. It could have been a boss or somebody that maybe was just an authority figure in your life that may have beat you down with words or caused you to feel like you can't do what you want to do. It's caused you some low self-esteem issues. But guess what? I'm getting here that you are working on clearing this, or you have cleared this. So you've held on tight. You've survived. You've gotten through it. This person has not won. They have not won. So you have good luck on your side and you're able to leap into a new experience. I love this. And then we have the Empress energy. I'm getting mother and father here. For some of you, it's not going to be for all of you. Some of you guys have had maybe not the best upbringing where your mother or your father's voice are in your head or one or the other or something like that. Maybe there was even an absentee parent. So this is a parent that took on both roles for some. And this person just had a lot of issues, were unhealed. And so it's not about being okay with whatever abuse that you had to endure, just like abandonment or just issues. It's not about just being okay with it, but it's about realizing that everybody is working with the tools that they have. So if these people did not have the correct tools or they weren't working with a full deck, then unfortunately you're not necessarily going to get the best treatment from them. So to me, it's about just kind of realizing that your past is important because it does help to mold you and shape you, but it's not everything. We don't have to constantly be defined by our past. We don't have to take it with us. And I just feel with this guy that's holding this box and there's these pentacles, everything has been a valuable lesson for you. Everything has gotten you to this point. But now it's time to kind of end some old story and start creating in a new way. I'm getting here, creating in an old mindset is actually not going to be prosperous. It's going to take you to shift into a mindset in order for you to bring forth what you want to do. So you're saying goodbye to some old belief system. You're saying goodbye to some old unhealed, maybe even feminine wounds or mother wounds. I'm getting that as well, or even father wounds. But there's something that we are letting go of, and we're choosing to move forward just in a whole new way, a much more positive way. It doesn't mean we're going to snap our fingers and be 100% healed, but we're just not going to focus on that pain anymore. We're not going to let it define us anymore. We're not going to let it control us moving forward. We're breaking free. And the horse with the horseshoe can do it. That's it. So I don't know who that's for, but that is the message. So now we're going to end this reading with spirit. Okay. What is the message in regards to spirit? So what spirit is with us and why? This right here is my Spirits of Darkness and Light Divination deck. What spirit is with us and why? What is the spirit trying to show us and teach us about our journeys currently for this week? I mean, when I say this week, you guys, these are things that can go beyond this week, you know? But it's just choosing to show its appearance this week. Oh my gosh, we have the spirit of the snowflake. And this is just me. I relate snowflakes to this time of year, right? Christmas, snow. But I know, again, it might not be snowing everywhere in the world. And it's certainly not snowing here in Arizona. But spirit of the snowflake, what is this? You're special. You're irreplaceable. You're one of a kind. So spirit is literally speaking to you, the viewer, and saying, you are special. You are so unique. Without you, this world wouldn't be the same. So I don't know who that's for. But you're one of a kind. You're not meant to be like everybody else. So many times on my journey have I, compared myself to other people, what they're doing, what I'm not doing, what I should be doing because they're doing it, or maybe I should do this, or maybe I should that. None of those things felt right to me every single time I got into that mode, Just honoring who you are and your special, unique talents and gifts. That is just a beautiful place to be in. So the spirit of the snowflake is with us this week, telling you that you are special, that you have something special to do. And it doesn't have to look like your neighbors, but it just needs to feel special to you. As long as you feel a certain way, that really is all that matters, okay? Because sometimes we get caught in this, well, my mission, it needs to be big. It needs to make an impact on the world. Sometimes just the smallest thing makes the hugest impact. So we have to remember that. So this right here is, wait, hold on for a second here. Did I do it? Oh, I did. It was a horseshoe. Okay, I was just feeling like I'm skipping cards here. This is called I don't know what it's called. Sorry. Some animal deck. I'll list it down below. All right, well, there's a card that wants to pop up, so we will take it. Oh, I love it. Strength's energy here, which is Leo's energy. Strength, we were just talking about the horse, the lion, but we have this cute little sheep. That's so cute, the sheep. So we're not sheep, So I feel like there's a statement there. We're not sheep. You don't have to go along with the crowd of sheep, right? What do they call that? Sheeple? You're unique. You're strong. We have apple. Temptation will test you. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, we're tempted to be like everyone else. We're tempted to do what other people are doing because we think that those are going to be the answers for us. And it doesn't mean that it can't work that way. But if you're living your entire life just kind of copying everyone else and just doing what you think is going to, what success looks like because that's what success looks like for someone else, or that looks like that's making that person happy, so I'll go ahead and do that. When we're in that energy, we're just so susceptible to be tempted to try anything. And sometimes those things can lead to other things in disguise. You think that's what's going to make you happy, but actually what ends up happening is you just end up just completely sometimes it's just not good. You're strong over these temptations. Sometimes the easy way is the incorrect path for you. But sometimes we feel like, yeah, but I want it. I need it. It feels so good. All that instant gratification. Sometimes we're meant to take the long road home instead of the quick way, right? Sometimes that narrow path instead of that huge, wide open path. Sometimes that narrow path, even though it's more strenuous and more testing on you, it does shape and mold you to who you are, and you're special. So to me, there's a significant spiritual lesson in your hardships. There's a significant spiritual lesson in everything that you've gone through. It's made you who you are today. So try not to discount that, but also try to learn from some of the choices that you made that did not lead you down the path that ultimately created, happiness or feelings of peace or tranquility. I've made many choices in my life that definitely ended up just in sorrow and just complete loss. And we can say, I was tempted by this or tempted by that. Regardless, I failed miserably certain things that were presented to me. But was it really a fail or was it just a lesson all the same? So it's all in the way that we look at it. But we are being asked with that sheep there. So I see a lion. Oh, I can see the lion now. I couldn't see it before. There's that cute little lion and then there's the sheep. It's beautiful. We're all connected. We're all here to actually help each other to learn and grow. And some people come in disguised as temptations. Some people might even look at people and say they're evil, because that snake, I've been deceived by this person. I can't believe I believed what that person said to me. I can't believe I fell for their lies or whatever. But again, we're all here to learn from one another, So we can either be the lion or we can be I guess it's a lamb. Wait, lamb's a sheep. Yeah, lamb's is I don't know why I'm getting my animals mixed up here. Sheep, lamb, same thing, I think. It's the goat that's different, yeah. Okay. But to me, this is like blending those two energies. I see the lamb as peace, and I see that lion as like a beast. So it's like the beauty in the beast, but not really beauty. I'm just getting peace and beast. Beast, temptation, snake. I don't know. It's kind of biblical here. But we're strong when we're strong in who we are, and we're actually strong in our faith. And so that could be for some of you guys that are getting closer to your faith, getting more connected to your divine creator, to God, however you guys, connect with that energy. This could also be something where it's opening up your eyes a little bit more to why you're here, what you're here to do, and what the meaning of life is. Some of you guys might have been lost for so long, and now you're finally coming back home, is the way I see it. Oh my, see, you're coming back home. That's beautiful. Some people can see the Four of Wands as 11:11. To me, 11:11 can be that there's your way home. That's the ascension. That's the way forward. This is the path. And it's funny because even those are frogs. You know that saying, you've had to kiss a lot of toads to get to this point? Well, there you go. All of those toads in your path were necessary for you to get to where you want to go. Four of Wands is also family, commitment. It's about the ultimate life, the way forward, what you're looking for. So not everybody's looking for the same thing. Some people out there don't give a rat's ass about connecting with another person in a relationship or any of that stuff. They're here to just do themselves. And I think that's a beautiful thing. But some people really want a partner. I know I always did. I was raised that way. Marriage and commitment and family are just very, very important to me. It's just a part of who I am. But that doesn't make it wrong if someone else doesn't want that. But whatever happiness means to you, guess what? The pathway is opening forward for you to see that every test, everything that you've gone through has helped to shape and mold you into this being of, you truly are the lion. You know, at times you might have felt like the lamb that's been sacrificed. That's what it is, a sacrificial lamb. I'm getting that too. Sacrificial lamb. Like you've had to go through so many sacrifices to get to where you're at right now. Or you felt like you were a lamb, you know, in this, like on a slaughter table, just for other people to just pick apart and pull apart. And it's just tested you so deeply, so greatly. But it's also about realizing that it's a part of the human experience to go through these things, to learn, to ascend to the next level. And that's why you're here. So Spirit's saying, you know, at some point you just got to kind of take it all with a grain of salt. We're all here really for the same reasons. And that's to find, you know, ourselves, to find our way to whatever that means to you, whatever happiness and peace and contentment mean to you. But there's something about eternity here. Look at that with that infinity symbol, eternity. Oh, gosh, the Empress. You know, what's interesting, you guys, is the Empress was not upright when we looked into the fire energy. She was reversed, but she's upright here. Spirit's saying, you are the Empress. You are the Empress, and you are here to create. You're also here to co-create with your divine creator, if that makes sense to some of you guys. There's also that mother energy here. It means some of you guys want to be a mother. Maybe some of you guys want to be a wife. Or maybe some of you guys just want to just be, you know, kind of like that energy of taking care of other people, assisting other people, assisting animals, assisting the planet, whatever that is. And this is about you being on your way to creating the life that you want. So there's been a lot of twists and turns, Spirit says, but guess what? It has made you this unique person that you are, and you are stronger, and you are on your way to this freaking kingdom I'm getting here, okay? You are on your way to this freaking kingdom. And if that kingdom happens to look like a relationship, of the business that you want to create, the life that you want to create, how you just want to feel in your own body and how you want to feel in just your own life in your own lush garden, it's here for you. It's definitely here for you. And this deck, there are reverse cards here. So these were all meant to come up upright, and they're beautiful, baby. They are just freaking beautiful. I love it. Love, love, love. The Empress is connected to Libra as well as Taurus. So anyways, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed the energies this week. I'm probably going to bring either pick a card, maybe like a holiday kind of special reading this week, because obviously Christmas is this week. Even though some of you guys might not celebrate that, that's totally fine. It's just still going to be kind of holiday related and fun. And I may bring forth like it's sort of like a divine feminine type of energy, but I'm feeling some pick a card stuff and just some fun stuff this week. And then of course, towards the new year, I'm probably going to do a 2022 forecast and also the astrological signs for January, you know, towards the end of the year. So anyways, you guys, thanks so much for watching. You guys take care. Bye-bye.